The late Edgitha Norella Tobias was praised during a moving funeral service on Saturday as a highly esteemed educator who selflessly dedicated her life to the vocation. The widow of the late prominent photographer, the eponymous Frances Tobias died in April 2025. The title Madame was used respectfully to address married female French teachers and became her lifelong professional identity. She took on the role fondly remembered as Madame Tobias after pursuing French at the university level. Miss Tobias joined the staff of St. Joseph's Convent in 1951, where she began her teaching career instructing students in geography and Christian education. In 1993, Mrs. Tobias became the first layperson to be appointed to the position of Vice Principal of St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School, where she remained until her retirement in 1995.
Though our famous textbooks, On parle français, books 1 and 2, were simple, monochrome volumes with short dialogues and passages, Madame brought them to life through her energy, creativity, and deep knowledge. Whether in the classroom, on the court, or dancing to a soca beat during our annual mini-fair, Madame fully embraced school life alongside her students and colleagues. She listened to our stories, planned our class parties and outings, welcomed our questions, whether about puberty, adolescence, boys, or the future. Many remember her generosity, filling her car with students on their way to visits or missions, always ensuring that everyone, especially the underprivileged, was included and cared for.
Son of the deceased, Blaize-Tobias, says his mother was a living example of what she taught. He remembered his mother as a devout Catholic who stayed up until they got home from an outing.
She was faithful to her rosary and the novenas at any opportunity or any time there was adversity. Whenever we went out at night to a fete, maybe to a party, she'd stay up praying in the living room until we came home. So that's the first thing we saw. Her with maybe her rosary or a prayer book. We walk in, she says, good night, and she would go to her bed, but she wouldn't go until we got back home. We always prayed novenas before our exams or when we traveled. During most critical times, she'd call on her prayer warriors, starting with the Sisters of Cluny and her close prayerful friends. And those prayers worked. We have some examples that I could only think of as miracles as a result of those prayers.
The late Edgitha suffered from dementia during the last 8 years of her life. Curving also sought to sensitize individuals on the disease with hopes of more understanding and support for people living with the disease.
The stubbornness, sometimes the resistance. So I have made a commitment to provide a support in terms of sensitization and in the other way I would like. Free to reach out, I could share our stories and how we dealt with it. I also spoke with my head, Dr. Jules OECS Commission, who also pledged support of the health unit in terms of supporting research into treatments. He also spoke to me about virgin coconut oil. I think it helped in slowing down the progression because a lot of people are gone within a year, 2 years. She lasted 8. So reach out if you at any point in time.
Mrs. Tobias gave 41 years of service in the education system and was awarded the Papal Medal for her sterling contribution to education within a Catholic institution. She has been celebrated for her commitment and passion for educating youth and creating a lasting impact on students and the lives she touched. Chino Filippi, HDS News Force.